Yo, what is up everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be predicting the FIFAe World Cup 2025. And if you guys did not know, this is the same exact format as we had last year, but there is some different rosters for each nation, so let's go over that real quick. Actually, we're just going to breeze through some of them. You guys should know, some of you guys shouldn't. Saudi, we are reuniting the Twins and TRK, so we'll see how they do, if they're better than what Falcons look like now. That's why I waited so long in this video, because they took them a long time to announce the Saudi roster. The Morocco, Jolly, Nos, and Skyrix. I don't know much about Skyrix, but again, Morocco's always good. A team with Jolly and Nas is going to be insane. South Africa, I mean, these both played in the Africa regionals, and it's like Atomic Bomb versus Crying Baby. That's just such a crazy difference in skill between these two. Australia, this is just a wildcard roster that we already know. Malaysia is actually competing this year. Spinks, Blue, and Misty. I know these two. I don't know Misty much, but everybody knows Spinks from last year on Luminosity. Team Oman, I do not know anything about this team, and honestly, I doubt I'm going to have them win anything. France, this is the big, scary, bad team. This is Carmen Corp plus Zen minus a Tau. This is going to be a scary roster, and I'm really excited to watch him play. Germany, honestly, they've surprised me. Tox, Catalysm, and Raziers. They look really good, and I think they could shock some people. They got second in the regionals for the qualifiers. They could be good. England, Abchak, Archie, Joyo. We've seen this before. Belgium, I think we've seen this before too. I think this was the same roster as last year. The Netherlands, I think this is the same one. Joyous, Oli, and Mike Boy. I think that's the same thing. Italy's similar to Arju and Hyder, and then Norway. I don't know much about these two. I know Yup, that's a Norwegian. I know. The US of A is NRG. No RMC this time. We have the NA number. We have the defending world champs here. We got Brazil, which is just the FIFAe roster, the new one, and Chile, which is the same as last year, who upset the US. All right, and now with all of that, all the rosters being shown, let's get to predicting. Now, if you do not know, it's a double round robin with 2 groups, and everything is a best of 2, so you can tie in a series. And because there is a billion matches to predict, I am just going to time lapse. You guys could watch. There's going to be music in the background of me predicting, because if I explain every single match, this video would be an hour long. So let's get right into the predictions. Okay, I'm looking at this now, and I have the US over Saudi, because I think I had the US actually beat them once. I did. Okay, I did not think that was how I was going to expect. I gave the US a lot of draws, but US did beat Saudi in 1, which I don't hate it. Here's the groups coming out. It's not really close. This Group B is way more stacked than Group A, in my opinion. We have Morocco, France, England, Belgium, and then Australia as well could be a contender. The Netherlands. This one is significantly more stacked than this one. I think these are going to be the 4 teams. I think Chile could make a little run and steal a spot from Germany if they don't play well. But that's kind of the only thing I'm seeing. But the US on 1 seed, I really hope that happens, but they would have to be, I have them tying against Saudi and then beating Saudi, and then I have them a couple ties against like a Brazil and a Germany, I believe. But yeah, there's my Group A. Let's get started with Group B. Alright, this is what we have. I have France going 13-0 with one singular draw. And I think their one draw was Belgium. Right here. They're not going to go 14-0. No matter how good they are, they're going to win. They're going to lose a single game. At least one. So I'm not going to have them 14-0. They're going to lose against somebody. Or draw against somebody, not lose. And we have England barely beating out the Aussies, which I think that's a pretty big toss-up. England bottled it last year, and OC got top 6 at Worlds, so we'll see if that happens. We'll see if the upset happens. But I have actually had Morocco over Belgium, which I kind of did not expect. We'll see if that happens and how correct I am. But here are my Group A and Group B predictions. Let's look at the brackets. Wow, US and England first round. Saudi, Belgium, France, Germany. Wow. Wait, these are actually all good. Hopefully this does happen. I love this in the playoffs. Let's start with top. US of A and England. For NRG not making top 8, I think they've bounced back and learned play style. I feel like this always happens with world champions, that they fall off at the beginning of the year next year. But I think they're going to have a good bounce back. And for that reason, I think it's going to be 4-2. US makes top 4. Morocco, Brazil. I have someone in mind of who I kind of want to put here. Morocco, I think they got a top 4 last year, and I was pretty high on them as well. But Brazil, I think they have a lot to prove with how bad they were last year. I talk about Furia. With picking up Swift, I think they are going to be just a new breed of a team. And I think they could pull off. It's not really an upset, not by all means. But I think Brazil can pull with the win here. Hence, I'm going to say in 7. I think it's going to be close. I think Brazil makes a top 4. I think they finally make a top 4 again. After, feels like forever because they've just been so buns. France, Germany. This is like the 3rd best team. I think it has to upsetting France. And I would say 4-1. Yeah, I would say 4-1. Germany, I hope you pull off the upset, but I just don't see it. Unfortunate. Pulling France. You gotta beat Brazil here to avoid that first round matchup. Saudi and Belgium. Now, I think Saudi is looking good. I think the Twins look better with TRK than Odrali, which is kind of crazy. And I hope Saudi do play well this event. I have a little bit of bias just because I am making a video on the Twins. USA and Brazil. I think the last time NRG and Furia faced was... No, I'm thinking of last Worlds. I don't think they've faced in a while because Furia just have not been good enough to face them in the playoffs. And USA did win, barely. Brazil could pull off an upset, but I think it's going to be US of A. I think they have a pretty good matchup against Brazil, honestly. I feel like a lot of other teams would struggle with how NRG plays. I think they're going to be a fast Brazilian team. And our semifinals is France and Saudi. Now, I do not know who to pick here, but I think the team to beat France is going to be Saudi. That's the team I think that could upset France. We all know France is the favorites. Like, I'm going to say 4-3. I think Saudi pulls it off. They did it. I don't think it was last year, but the year before, they upset France to win the entire thing. And again, they had a super team, consisting of Monkey Moon instead. This France team's going to be gross. They're probably going to win it, but I would love to see Saudi. It's not really an upset because they're obviously a really good team, and there's a huge question mark around if TRK is going to fit back in after leaving or getting kicked off Falcons. So I don't know how the chemistry is going to be there. Banking on it working really well after playing with Drolly. And the grand final, of course, I have the USA and Saudi Arabia. As much as I want NRG to win, this is literally a rematch from multiple majors, and they have been back and forth. I think this is a very big toss-up. They have been back and forth in matches. This is literally the same exact rosters. Hence... I don't know. With US struggling, I think I'm going to have Saudi win it. I'm saying in 7 because I just think it's really close. I think the skill gap's there. And my NI bias, I don't think it overcome Saudi. This is also just banking hard on the fact that the Twins and TRK are going to have good chem after splitting, which is a big risk. But I'm pretty happy with my predictions. Obviously, I think France is the favorite. England, let's see if they bottle it against OCE. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. I would love to see an OCE top 8. But thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it. I am sorry for getting this out so late. The rest of the twins will be out soon. TBA, the date will be announced soon on my channel page. But thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate every single one of you guys. We are super close to 2,000 subscribers, so subscribing helps you out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.